Broner keeps crossing the line on stream. Oh my god, the video hasn't even started. You already crossed the line. Yo, listen, before we start the video, always remember there have been kings and great people before us, back in the time. And most of them fell because of they couldn't control their lives because of women. Samson, and who else? There's a lot of them. Who else? There's tons who fell because of, So you gotta be careful. You gotta know how to control your lust. There's careers which has ended because of women, so you just gotta, So I've seen some couple of videos here, clips, on Instagram, but I just had to react. So you gotta understand, he's making his comeback. Shout out to Dean for, that's a real friend who's like supporting you and trying to, help you regain your feedback. Even though Dean has some characteristic I don't like, he's always aggressive, and sometimes you gotta be humble. First of all, he treats people like are you here with, or who are you, blah blah blah. He's like think he's bigger than the program. That's not good, because it's gonna make people dislike you, and you never know who you're gonna meet. You saw Gianto Davis didn't even want to fuck with him on stream. Maybe I misunderstood the situation, but you don't want to be that kind of person. When you are like famous or something, or gain emotion, you want to be humble, which is gonna take you far. It's gonna make you glow up more. You never know who the next person you're shaking hands with. And next off is Dean. You're gonna see him in the video. He's aggressive. Always wants to fight. Who are you? Blah blah blah. It's okay. You did boxing. I heard that, but you don't know if the next person has a gun. You don't know if he has a knife. You only want to fight when you're defending your life. Even if you fight and you win, what if that person hits you? You hit your head and you die, or you hit him and maybe he had surgery, and you kill him. That's murder. You don't want to be aggressive, or no matter what person provokes you. You know what I do? What I usually do is like I go and watch. There's this page on Instagram. They post people in prison, so I just go listen to their stories and blah blah, and I try to learn from them. After hearing their story, you'll be like, oh, So you gotta watch how this, It's crazy. But yeah, for Adrien Broner, what I want to say is this dude is on the brink. Right now his cases is building up. It's like Rico cases. His cases is building up literally, and he doesn't know that. He's rebuilding his life, but once he's at the top, and he just pisses somebody off, or they offer him something and refuses, they're gonna pull these clips, and these women are gonna come out and they're gonna say he sexually abused them. What are you gonna do? It's live on 4K. What are you just gonna say? If I was him, I would chill out on stream. Fuck with the people. It's good. I'm pretty sure his intention is alright. He's just shooting his shot and stuff. But in the modern day, you gotta know. Go for people who fucks with you 100%, because if they don't like him, they say you arrest them. There's no way you're defending against that. So you gotta be careful out here, especially when you have emotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know. Like I really said I'm getting back in the game.
Hey. Ooh, that's not good. Shit.
Hey.
Chat, what I miss, gang?
Oh my, he's gone. This 15 years.
What's up, nigga?
Even when the lady does this, you just walk away, gang. Walk away. Just, that's a case. Is your freedom worth all of this? Like, there's billions of women out there. He was smashing another girl on stream. This is literally a case.
Chill.
And there was that Cameron video where he was kicked out also. Like, this is not good. This was actually uncomfortable and very unprofessional of you. And his friends should have called him out. Like, I know they were going easy on him, like, yo, gang, like, stop.
Pursuing, but if you ain't pursuing me,
AB.
what am I pursuing? I ain't gonna lie. It's starting to feel like you niggas
And shout out to Ray J. He was protecting her. You know what I mean? Because
hating on me. Both of you bitch ass niggas.
You gotta take an L when it's an L, bro.
No, I don't take L's. And I don't take elbows.
Everything's going great.
What the hell mean?
Going great.
I'm gone.
Yeah, at this point, somebody.
Yeah, and you gotta realize also it's like if that was your sister, you'll get tight. If that was your mama, you'll get tight. If that was your aunt, you'll get tight. So what he's doing is not cool. And you have a daughter too, they will get tight. And your daughter will also tell you, yo, what are you doing, yeah?
Somebody's got to do something. It's getting out of pocket. It hasn't even been 24 hours since the last Adrien Broner video that I had posted on this channel before something else came back crazy. And this time, it was arguably crazier than any other time before, but in totality, what does that even really mean? This time around, it's not just Adrien Broner being drunk, funny, or old AB. This stream is showing the real problem. Adrien Broner finally gets it. It clicked for him, right? He's understanding that the reason why people are watching him is because of his ego, because of his personality, and all of that simultaneously is making him blind to how uncomfortable he's making everybody else around him. The most interesting part about this situation is that people are checking him now in real time, whether it be Ben the Don, Ray J, or his running mate Dean the Great. Dean kept telling AB to chill, just let the guests rock out. And he even brought up the things that Kai Cenat had said to them at that Streamer University audition. But instead of hearing it, Adrien Broner just straight disrespected it, and we have to talk about it and call it out for what it is. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. Join the community now before it's too late. I don't know why it would be too late, because you can always subscribe later on, but it's subscribe now. Subscribe now. Now, back into the video.
Yeah. I know, like I really. I'm getting back in the game. Hey.
She's here to be.
Let her breathe. I ain't gonna lie.
She just want to vibe.
Y'all can hide the rest of her, but this shoulder is mine.
No.
I've never seen a shoulder that looked like this, bro. I never.
What kind of shot is that? Have you ever shot that shot?
Yeah, that is so bad. That's not even a shot, bro. That's a violation. Banned from the court. You know what I mean? That's really bad. And I think people should, like, right now, I know that's your homie, but you also protect him. Like how Cameron did him. Like, yo, you gotta go, my nigga. You gotta go. I get it, you don't wanna feel uncomfortable with you, but yo, you're born him.
Do you work on that shot?
Yeah.
Now, we're going to keep it 100,000 as we talk about this situation, because we've all seen this before. People have had overzealous friends before that just can't catch the vibe of what the women are putting down. You're playing 21 questions with a group of girls and you ask, what are your deepest fears? And the next question asked by that homeboy that used to be your homeboy was, does she keep her B-star clean? This is the same thing that's going on with the Adrien Broner, Amber Rose situation. A stream that was supposed to be fun, lighthearted, and for the most part was, up until Amber Rose starts calling out these very uncomfortable situations that she's being put in.
She understimulating me.
No, we about to fight. You hurting me. You want to fight with me?
I want to.
Okay. I know you're having a good time. I appreciate that about you, because you're a good time. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Well, thank you.
Adrien Broner's got to be like the worst type of flirt in this situation, and I'm using flirt.
Yeah, the fucking JF or GIF, like, the unks gotta be stopped. Them unks are fucking aggressive when it comes to flirting. Damn. What Nipsey say? Nipsey said, "Don't ever let yourself be caught up in desperate situation, like emergency state, in terms of money, women, and you're gonna end up like this." Obviously, he's not be getting play allowed, and they're just moving deadly, and you gotta watch out. Make sure, because you'll end up, doing some shit you're gonna regret. Emergency state is like where you are low, like, what I mean. You're low on cash, low. You don't get. You gotta do some fucked up shit. You see how he's moving, and you're gonna regret it. So that's a really good advice, actually. So
very loosely. He's that physical, and not like a let me grab your hand and kiss it, but almost like a fifth grader where you don't know the boundaries of what's going on between the person that you're flirting with. And to top it all off, he can't pick up a vibe to save his life. It's actually very hard to watch. It's very cringy to watch. It's disgusting to watch. And it's not just from a viewing.
yeah, if you ever see a female like not messing with you you can tell just from body language, just walk away. What I usually do, even I did that mistake. Even when I'm outside, I go for the women that fuck with me. You'll even pass a chick, and then you'll see her looking like you like this. That's a go. If she's looking at you like this, you can feel it. If she doesn't, just walk away. It's not worth it. People think, oh, you gotta pursue and try. those times are over. Those are the dinosaur eras. You feel me? You can try and all, but you're gonna crush your ego, and that's not a green light. The games are changes, and that's a good change. Go for the women that fucks with you like 100%. You feel like here you can shoot green, no matter how you like them, no matter how good they like. You feel me? Just don't do it. You just wasting your goddamn time.
Experience.
And as a man, you gotta know like if you ain't got motion, go with the, you know what I mean. This advice that one of my friends gave me, and it was like, you might think these rappers only, you know what I mean, hate like the finest shit out of this planet, but no, they also had to start somewhere. You know what I mean? They had to start McDonald's before they went to, you know what I mean, those drinks. Drake be mentioning his songs, the hibachi, like, you know what I mean, lamb chops. You know what I mean? You gotta start somewhere. So it's all good. Nobody ain't gonna judge you. In one emotion, there's nothing you can do. You know, I know you want to find shit, but you know what I mean? Do what you gotta do. You feel me?
That I empathize for anybody having to consume any of these clips. I'm very much empathetic for the women in the room and even the other men in the room that have to live in this uncomfortable ass environment. This is the exact pattern that people were talking about. In the last video, the issue was lust, alcohol, women, and ego, and this stream put all of his weaknesses into one room. I think the water bottle clip makes it look even worse. AB said that he wanted to take Amber Rose's drink because he wanted to taste her.
Could this be my chaser?
Yeah, go ahead. You can have.
Bro, why would you take her water, okay? Cause I want to taste her. Nigga.
Just look at Dean's face. He's like really pissed that like Adrien Broner. Oh, bro, that's oh my. This is oh my god. What the? Why would he, bro? Why? He was just on the camera, bro, just to go down. Look at. You gotta understand that these situations, when you're doing stuff like this, and your homeboys like this, you got to realize you're embarrassing him too. It's not just you. He wanna fuck with D no more because he fucks with you because you're pissing him off. Y'all gotta understand. You pissing him off, now you don't wanna fuck with this person because of you. This relationship is bound to like break soon. You don't do stuff like that. Y'all gotta understand.
I ain't never taste no water like that.
Whoa, that thing is. What did I get myself in? The boss is like, what the fuck's going on?
What? It's not the fact that he's just corny. It's more so the fact that he's willing to show how much he is going to cross the line in all of these situations. Boundaries don't mean anything, and all of it, this is the worst part, is that it's content to him. Then when Amber Rose decides to friend zone him, things go way, way, way left.
Like you gotta take a, no, you gotta take an L when it's an L, bro.
No, I don't take L's, nigga, and I don't take elbows.
Crashing out. You gotta chill, bro. Please. Everything's going great.
I'm gone.
Everyone is just like, what the fuck going on?
Call me a bitch and he got a fucking attitude. That's not my problem. I've been nice to him all day.
Now don't talk to me now. I tried to make amends with you. Me too.
Like AB.
Harder.
So let me get this straight. Adrien Broner makes her uncomfortable, pushes these boundaries, disrespects these boundaries, all these different things. And then when he gets checked by not only Ray J, but not only Dean, but by also Amber Rose, then all of a sudden she's the bitch. And only once he can sense that she's serious, which is a real weird sentiment, now he can come back and try to make amends, which I'm almost certain are fake amends.
That's something also I learned as a lady. You know, people may not believe me, but also like, I get with, you know what I mean? I get pulled up too. And you gotta realize, I get pulled up by people I don't have intentions, and you gotta realize, don't wait till it gets to the third part. Third part should be this last straw. You'll be like, oh, they pull you like, I'm good. Second, yo, chill out. And then the third, you'll be like, yo, I'm dead as serious. I'm not interested. I appreciate you for, you know what I mean, shooting your shot. It's cool. You're confident. Shout out to you, but you just gotta understand someone's not fucking with you. You know, as a lady, as a lady also, you gotta understand some ladies are scared of how people get aggressive. Some people don't take. You see how you go? I don't take L's, nigga. So some ladies coped, and I was talking to this show, right? I didn't even talk to her. Sometimes you'll talk to a lady and they will be weird at first. They don't want to mess with you, or you know what I mean. They will do some things that you will consider weird, but I had to understand it's their way of coping with the previous man that they have encountered. So that's what I learned. So you don't judge them. Like, for example, I was at McDonald's. I got at McDonald's. I'm looking for the toilet, right? I want to pee. I go to this lady because she was standing there. You know what I mean? The other people were on the line, and she was like the last one. And then I'm seeing a hallway, but I don't know where the toilet is. It was another city. And I go to her. I was like, "Yo, where's the toilet?" He's like, "I have a boyfriend." I'm like, "Where's the toilet?" I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I want to go." I was like, I just shook my head and I went to the toilet. But come to think of it, you gotta understand. Sometimes you just go about your day as a lady, and then it's just man just approaching you every time. So I understand that part, and we gotta understand these ladies on how they're reacting, and you know what I mean. People get aggressive. They might give you a wrong number, so don't take it personally. But back to what I was saying, men or women, you gotta take that stance. But also, ladies, I get ya, and like you see here, AB's getting aggressive, and Amber sometimes they will be like, hey, they will do that and other stuff, but they're protecting themselves. They don't know what you're capable of. You've seen girls getting attacked because they rejected guys. Some people throwing acids. That was like in India, some. So that's crazy.
Because
So do what you gotta do, ladies. I love how they coping, and you know what I mean. And as a man, you gotta understand when they behave like that.
throughout the day, they've come to different conclusions during this stream about, yo, you doing too much, you're pushing boundaries, all this other stuff like that. And ultimately, it didn't matter to him then. And it probably won't matter to him again. How you get mad because she don't want to play along with you? Content or not, if she says stop, you should stop. So I've been racking my brain with this one. The room continuously has to tell Adrien Broner to stop doing this, stop doing that. Dan, can you just chill out for 2 seconds? And it's not why they have to keep doing that, which is a part of the question. But why does he think like he can move like this in the first place? Is the real question to me.
Wait, what's he want?
I sit in the middle.
Bro, but it can't be the same shit with it.
I don't care about none of that, bro. I sit in the middle, gang. I'm sitting in the middle, gang.
Hey, bro, just chill. Come on. No, for real, chill out, bro.
I don't go nowhere without sitting in the middle, gang. You know that.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, I think he was trying to isolate from being, you know what I mean? And she shouldn't have even started in the middle. Like, after all that, Amber should have been on this side and AB on this side. You know what I mean? And I think Dean should have been like, okay, get out. You want to see the mirrors here in the middle, then Amber gets out and sit with the girls.
But it ain't even that deep. It's a seat,
It
bro.
is, though.
I know the logic, but just chill.
I don't mind moving.
But that's Barbie gang. Come on, bro.
I don't move nowhere without sitting in the middle, gang.
Alright, that's cool.
And it's because you gotta check some of these niggas. If you do some barbaric shit like this, I'll check you. What the fuck is he doing? I'm out. They gotta know these consequences. The homie who's like this. And not unless you show them, yo, you buggy, they're gonna continue because you're being soft with them. You like, get out. Drive off. They will contact, no, I'm not chilling with you again. You don't need them. You don't need this type of negative energy in your life. I'm telling you, I had a nigga who was bugging and that shit was pissing me off. And I told you, don't call my phone, you bugging shit, until they went and changed their ways. They called me the next day and they were like, yo, I'm sorry. I was bugging. And they changed. Not unless you call them out, they're gonna continue this bullshit.
You don't mind sitting in.
8B is like a little kid. He hasn't faced the consequences yet.
I don't mind at all.
That's good.
I prefer the window anyway.
Clip, while small, also explains the entirety of the problem with the age.
Because there's a saying that also don't take advice from everyone because also fools get old. So I feel like there's also people who are grown-ups but they didn't grow up. Like, why is they be doing this alcohol? Not why are you doing this goofy ass shit? You know what I mean? Somebody should have checked him, but I think he had a lot of yes mans around him. That's why they developed this kind of behavior. But not unless y'all niggas called him out and isolate him and be like, damn, I lost all my friends. I need to change. He will never change. He gonna think he can get away with all this.
Adrien Broner experience when it comes to Dean the Great, streaming, and all these other things. See, Adrien Broner's not just mad about some chair. He's mad because he wants the room to make him the main character. He literally, in this situation, wants to be the center of attention. It doesn't matter if they have Ray J or Amber Rose or Dean the Great, who have all in their own regards done some things to be labeled as successful, popular, or socialite. He feels like as long as that he is in the room, the camera should be facing him at all times. And to his credit, he's absolutely right. The reason why people are tuning into these streams is because of him. His personality, his chaos, his name, all those other things. But I think, in my opinion, the thing that stands out the most is the chaos of it all. This is where he needs to become more responsible as opposed to less. Being the reason that everyone watched doesn't mean that every guest has.
I feel like AB, he says he's doing this shit for his family. And we're gonna tune in, but this negativity, like I said, is gonna be his downfall, and he's ruining what is supposed to be second chance. And he could have used this as a, you know what I mean? So his kids, seeing this, you know what I mean? And people saying, oh, this is your dad doing this and that, like, it's a bad name for them. And I know AB probably loves his kids, and you know what I mean? Hopefully he changes, because this is supposed to be for his kids, and he's almost tarnishing it again for what, you know, it's supposed to be a second chance. So that's crazy.
Responsible as opposed to less. Being the reason that everyone watched doesn't mean that every guest has to become some prop for your ego. Tyson had already warned him about this exact thing right here. The problem was never that Adrien Broner wasn't entertaining. The problem is that AB takes things too far and can't let the guests just breathe, because he wants to get so handsy with them, and it's kind of awkward and disgusting and weird.
No, I'm cooking. I got you.
No, I got you.
Bro, stop being a kid, nigga. Let her cook. Tripping.
You know what? I ain't eating nothing.
Then, nigga, scaring the guests away, nigga. Chill out, bro.
Man, shut your ass up, bro. For real, bro. Let's go upstairs.
Kai was talking
Let's
about
go upstairs, nigga.
Now you trying to show out, gang. Chill out.
Oh, let's go upstairs.
Kai, that's what Kai was talking about. Kai.
You see, Dean the Great understood that in real time. Now, I don't know if it was because he's trying to capitalize off the moment that he has, or if he genuinely understands this, which part of me does think that he does genuinely understand this, because like I said, most men have been in the situation.
Yeah, Dean's about to like get tired of this nigga, and he's gonna cut him off. So
Situation where they have some,
because Adrien Broner is like, he doesn't respect him. I think he knows people are turning on for him, and the fame's kind of like getting in his head, and it's like he putting on though, like low key, even though people are tuning in for you and shit, like he still put you on though. You gotta have respect for him, and you know what I mean. Don't see him as like, it's like he's looking some type of way like this. And he's giving me. I might be wrong. I'm not judging. I'm just saying based on what I'm seeing. It's like he's looking at him like this, and it's like once he's big enough to stand on his own, one day you're gonna see he's gonna cut off this nigga. There was a time they was arguing. He was like, I don't need you, blah blah blah, and then he went and started crying. So be aware of these type of people who they, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Body who is just doing way too much, especially around the women. And if you have never been in that situation where you've identified somebody doing way too much around the woman, then you should probably look in the mirror. I don't know. I digress. But he's trying to tell AB to just let Amber cook. Let her do her thing. Stop forcing these moments. But the problem with an Adrien Broner at the status that he is, and it really stems from his boxing days as well, is that correction is seen as disrespect. He's the center of attention. He is the straw that stirs the drink. And if anybody comes to try to correct him, nah, it ain't going that way. And this is where an ego can become dangerous. And one of the bigger problems is that he gets this constant message.
That's also what brought his career down. The ego.
It's really about the same thing. Hey gang, you're doing something wrong. This isn't appropriate. You shouldn't be celebrating this, that, and the third. But then they go and they contradict that same behavior and the corrections for that behavior by going out later and dancing with some girls and getting way too humpy.
Hey, Beelan got the fucking her.
No matter what Dean says, his actions encourage that behavior from Adrien Broner. And see, this is why Dean the Great's role in this stream is so important, along with others. This time, he didn't just laugh and let AB keep going. This time, he actually checked him.
I'm gonna do my wrong, Steph.
You see what he said? I'm gonna get in regardless, nigga. F you, nigga.
You bigger than the program, nigga.
Bro, what the f, gang?
Chill out, gang. This ain't gotta be nigga. Just chill.
Nah, ain't nothing sad
I'm just telling the truth, nigga. You gotta stop what you doing, and I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Now guess
And
they
that's
gonna wanna come on this podcast
respectfully.
you, nigga. What I'm saying, females ain't gonna wanna, they gonna look at that and be like, just chill, bro. For real.
This is the most important part of the story because after the last video, the criticism of Dean the Great was that he benefited from Adrien Broner's chaos. But this stream, it was a little bit more serious. I think this time the names have gotten bigger around them, and I don't think anybody can argue this past week really has not only not looked the best when it comes to the dynamic duo of Adrien Broner and Dean the Great, but also they are starting to walk into new rooms, start to talk to new people, get introduced to a bunch of new things. So now Dean the Great is taking it more seriously and he's checking Adrien Broner in real time, telling him, yo, you fucked it up. But the problem with a guy like an Adrien Broner is that every single bit of criticism feels like some sort of attack. Maybe it's the alcohol, maybe it's how he was brought. I really don't know, but those types of people are the worst to deal with, where every bit of criticism is always
Bro, they drain the shit out of you. You're like, bro, I'm grown. I already got my problems on my own. Why are you bringing this negative energy in my life? Like, I shouldn't be going through this. The fuck going on? What the fuck wrong with you?
them going on the defensive side of things and saying, you don't know what's best for me. It's too much and it's too messy for me. And now Dean is put in this predicament where if he allows it to keep going, then he also seems like an enabler. But if he stops, then his whole business is impacted.
You're such a fucking asshole.
Hey, get this bitch out this.
Why you being rude?
Nah.
Okay, but did
She bought a
He has a
bottle.
personal vendetta against me.
Nah, man.
Why?
She been around and ain't sucked no dick yet. She just
What the fuck is this nigga doing, bro? Oh my gosh.
around niggas.
He's bamboozled.
You ain't dead.
You.
She just around niggas.
Wait a minute, did she say it's just not yours? He's sucking everybody else's dick? That's kind of crazy, ain't it? This clip of him disrespecting some
Nah, bro. In this moment, y'all should check him because y'all ended up looking weird because just what I just said. The girls are looking like, I don't wanna fuck with you because you know this one. You feel me? For real.
random woman isn't just some one-off, but it's a true showing of this person's personality. That random woman wasn't even a part of the bit, wasn't even a part of the collab. She was just somebody out while they were clubbing, and Adrien Broner still felt the need to just overtly disrespect her. That's the way he sees women. It's more of like an object type thing. It's more of a, I can say whatever I want to them because I am the center of attention no matter what's going on. The story is bigger than, okay, Adrien Broner was drunk again, laugh, point, hee hee ha ha. It's this situation where his ego is starting to become detrimental to the people around him because quick, fast, in a hurry, greater than even the situation where he placed his hand on that young woman's behind on the other stream.
I just left real quick because, like, I didn't see the clip until just right now. But I don't know, it felt like your friend, like, smacked my ass, so I got uncomfortable. So
wait, you on speaker? Cool. Why I hear music right now?
Hold on.
Wait, you on speaker? Cool. Why I hear music right now?
Yeah, bro. As much as I wanna defend this, like, bro, why? That's people said that he was trying to get attention. He might have been drunk. I'm not a judge. I can't. But from what I'm seeing, bro, your hands should be smacked directly on her ass. Back of the hand or not, you don't.
He's gonna get hit with some serious charges soon if this behavior keeps up.
Word for word, bar for bar. I just said that. He's just waiting, and as soon as he reached the top, this lady's gonna come out crying. Oh, I can't sleep. You know what I mean? And I'm not laughing at the situation nor the lady. I'm pretty sure, sexual abuse is no joke. That lady actually felt violated. You don't touch people when they don't want to be touched, really. Like, it's not a good feeling, bro. So I'm not laughing at the lady. I was laughing at, like, they cry, not why they cry. You know what I mean? So, yeah, don't take that out of context.
And I think what he doesn't realize is that people are now checking him in real time and in public. When Adrien Broner and Dean the Great linked up with Ben Dodon, the first thing, and I do mean the first thing he did, was check him on stream.
Hey, and I meant to tell y'all, I need y'all to apologize to my little ain't my little sis, like my little stepdaughter, Yana, because she really like my stepdaughter for real.
The young bitch.
The young.
With her mother?
Yeah, Miss Jana. That's the only white lady I deal with, but yeah. So look at this one, say, Yana, we love you.
For the sake of Ben, I apologize. Not only for the sake of Ben, but just as a man, we ain't mean no disrespect.
For the sake of Ben, I apologize, Yana. You hear me?
For the sake of Ben, for the sake of all women, gang. Got a daughter, you got a, no disrespect. You got a moms, you got a grandma, all women. You know, I mean, they play a major role in our community. We love them. They make houses, homes, like, we love our ladies, you know what I mean? So for the sake of all ladies, not just because you know them.
I don't even like yawning, but I apologize, Yana.
Well, I ain't drinking with them niggas till they say sorry to Yana.
And this was big to me because I know a lot of streamers like to put entertainment first and maybe do some checking off screen if they do any checking of these people's personalities. But Ben Dodon makes it clear that, hey, I don't.
Yeah, that's the problem with people. I noticed some people, fame gets to their head and they just think, it's like they haven't tasted fame. It's like they're just moving weird. That's why you can differentiate people with talent and people who just do nothing. You know, streaming is cool and everything, but this is something everybody can do. You know, entertainment. And it's like for people who have that natural talent where they're doing something that nobody else can, you can sense how they go with fame. They don't feel like they're bigger than everybody. They can just do what they want now. But it's people who have never tasted fame. It gets to a head, you know what I mean? I promise you, bro. There are people who are TikTok famous and they behave like they're on top. I'm like, gang, that's nothing. That's nothing.
Stand by this or for this, and I want to address this right now in front of everybody. And once this becomes a normal thing on the internet for people to be checking you like this, I can almost guarantee you the next step is just not letting you be a part of any of the collaborations or be platformed. So while AB has gotten back the thing that he's been yearning for,
no disrespect, but if you can't let that nigga in, that bitch is getting shut down. The way them accusations was hunting Kai, well, for what you're saying, gang. Until them niggas change, and I love them niggas because if they don't change, they're gonna lose their career. So I'm saying this for their sake and also Kai's sake.
or for the past couple of years, due to the boxing decline, you know, the money, the fame, the attention, the relevancy, and all the other things that come with a chance of being a star. The danger is the way that he got there. The touching, the drinking, the disrespect, the ego, the crash outs. All of it is for the clips. All of it is for the moment. But the long term, it means that he's costing guest relationships, friendship relationships, and probably the biggest thing that is coming into play is his relationship with Dean the Great. All of this boundary pushing and putting the relationship to test with Dean the Great is happening so quickly. We're talking about in less than 24 hours. There's no way that this is sustainable. The Adrien Broner shit is sick and disgusting and definitely needs to be talked about because I think that the end is coming much faster than we could have even anticipated before.
Okay, that was it. Appreciate it, and we out.